First of all, let's take a look at writing a ratio in its simplest form. Now you should all be happy with questions such as this one. 5 to 15 would be a ratio that when I simplified it would simplify to 1 to 3. I divide both parts of the ratio by a common factor until it's in its simplest form. Essentially, it's a bit like simplifying a fraction. But unfortunately for you at higher level, they don't stay at this simple level. We need to be able to do some slightly more complicated ones. So let's look first of all at simplifying a ratio that has two decimal numbers in it. Now the first thing we have to do here is to get rid of those decimal points. Now both numbers have one decimal place, so in order to get rid of them, the first thing I can do is multiply them both by 10, and then that would give me 6 to 21. So all I've done to each side is multiply it by 10. And now I've got rid of the decimal points, it's easy for me to simplify. Looking for a common factor, I can divide both sides by 3. That would leave me with 2 on that side, and when I divided this side by 3, it would leave me with 7. And that's in its simplest form, 2 to 7. So with decimal ones, make sure you get rid of the point and then simplify in the usual way. Now, if I have one that has fractions in it now, instead of decimals, again, slightly different method for working it out. Let's have 3/5 to 1/4. Now, just in the same way as we wanted to get rid of the decimal points, we want to get rid of the denominators on the fractions here. So what we're going to do is multiply the fractions by their lowest common multiple, which if we look at the two here, is 20. So I'm going to multiply both of them by 20, which will give me 12 here and 5 here. So my ratio now is 12 to 5. And that is already in its simplest form. When you want to get rid of two denominators, multiply by the lowest common multiple of the two numbers, and then it will get rid of both denominators at the same time.